Hello students, welcome back. I'm Sonal Rajmani, will be taking social studies. We all have been affected by the pandemic and that's the reason we are going to start with the online sessions. Going forward with academics is necessary and for that purpose these classes are going to be conducted. Starting them was not an easy task because we have to fulfill a few requirements like computers, internet, video recorders, etc. to complete the teaching learning process. What are these? These are the resources which we require for teaching and for your learning. That's it. We are going to learn about the resources. That is Geography Chapter 1 Resources.
To satisfy my need, I'm conducting online classes using different resources. So what this becomes? Resource. That's the meaning of resource. Many other resources are there which we use. Books, stationery, water which we drink, air which we breathe, and various means of transport, etc. Any substance, material, living thing or services which has usability or utility is called a resource. Okay, things which we use, which we utilize, those are called as resources. Now, usability or utility makes an object or a substance a resource. Things become resources only when they have some value. What's value? We all know the meaning of the word value. Okay, so let's see what is value. Value means worth. Worth means value. Value is classified into two, that is economic or commercial value and moral or aesthetic value. First, let's see what is economic value. The word itself tells us that it is associated with money. Now, for example, metals. We know metal is required in each and every industry and it is used as a raw material to prepare many other things. So it has an economic value and it is used commercially. Economic value of substance or resource may change with the passage of time. For example, your grandma, your mother, they make many homemade remedies to cure your cough and cold. They use many medicinal herbs and prepare the syrup which we drink and cure our cough and cold. But that doesn't have value in the market. But if they are patented, now what do you mean by patented? It means exclusive right over any idea or invention. Students, for example, I guess you all must have watched Marathi movie Devdaka. Okay, though it was related to a dance, but also the hero Makrad Anaspuri, he prepared one spare part. If it is used in the vehicles, it will save petrol. But looking at his financial situation, the people used to not accept his invention. One day, due to the financial problem, his relative sells out that spare part in the market, and the person who buys it, he registers, he not registers actually, but he declares it as his invention. But one of his good friend has patented his spare part. So with that help, he can go and claim his invention. That is called as patent, to register our inventions. So he was saved and it was declared that it was his invention. So got a clear idea of what do you mean by patented? Okay, So, if the homemade remedies are patented, can be sued by the medical firms. The second one is moral or aesthetic value, not associated with money. For example, beautiful landscape or scenery may have aesthetic value. Now, we go to the parks, we enjoy the scenery, but do we pay money for it? No. Even the love of your parents, you love your parents, your siblings, does it has economic value? No. Same way we love our environment, that is our moral value. Okay, that is our love, affection which we show towards each other and towards the environment. Clear with both the values, economic or commercial value, and moral or aesthetic value. Let's see few important things about resources. Nature has provided us ample of resources, and they are assets to human beings. Human beings cannot survive without the resources. Not only that, children, time and technology are the two important factors which change our substance into valuable resources. And that is only possible with the use of the technological knowledge. And who makes that possible? We people. That's why we people are considered as the important resource. Why? Because we take education, we have ideas, knowledge, we can invent and discover new things, and that leads to the creation of resource. Now, when we discover or invent one thing, it leads to many other discoveries. For example, invention of fire during the Stone Age. People started cooking things, using fire to warm their body. And today, fire is used for many other purposes. It is used in factories, etc. Invention of the wheel. Now, after the invention of the wheel, many modes of transports were invented. Not only that, hydroelectricity is produced by the running water. Do you know where this running water goes? A turbine is situated where that turbine keeps on rotating with the help of the wheel. There, the flowing water reaches and then it is converted into electricity. In this way, hydroelectricity is produced. Now, is it clear with the importance of resources? Now let's move to the classification of resources. There are three types of resources: natural resources, human-made resources, and human resources. First, let's look at natural resources. We all know what are natural resources which we get in the nature, which has been gifted to us by God, that are directly drawn from nature and we use without modification. Natural resources are also useful as raw material that we get from the nature directly, and we can produce many things. For example, right now we are breathing, right? Yes, that is air which we get from nature, water which we get in rivers and lakes, soils, minerals, sunlight, and animals. Why animals? Because we use various animal products, etc. Now, let's see the classification of natural resources. Natural resources are classified into four: on the basis of level of development, on the basis of origin, on the basis of stock, on the basis of distribution. First, let's see actual resources. That is on the basis of level of development, which is classified into two: actual resources and potential resources. Now, actual resources are the resources whose quantity is known and it is being used in present. For example, rich deposits of coal in Ruhr, that is Germany, petroleum in West Asia, dark soils of the Deccan Plateau in Maharashtra. These are the actual resources. Next is potential resources. Entire quantity is not known, but it is not being used today due to the lack of technology or advancement, but could be used in future. For example, uranium found in Ladakh. Students, nowadays we see high speed winds. Okay, they were potential resource 200 years ago, but now they are actual resources because they are used in wind farms to generate energy with the help of windmills. Okay, we find them in Netherlands, Nagarcoil in Tamil Nadu and on the Gujarat coast. The second classification is on the basis of origin. It is classified into two. We have already studied this in 7th standard. That is abiotic resources and biotic resources. Abiotic means non-living. For example, soils, rocks, minerals, books, furniture, etc. Biotic means living things, plants, for example, plants and animals. Third classification is on the basis of stock. This also you have studied in 7th standard. Renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources, they get replenished quickly. Replenished means what? Renewed. Okay, some are unlimited and are not affected by human activities. For example, solar and wind energy. But careless use of these resources can affect the stock. For example, water. Do we face the crisis of water, that is the shortage, during the summer season? Yes, we do. That is all because of overuse of water and polluting the water. That is one reason. So they can be affected by the human activity. The second classification is non-renewable resources. They are limited in stock. Okay, and if the stock is exhausted, it takes thousands of years to get replenished. That is renewed. For example, coal, petroleum, and natural gas. And the fourth classification is on the basis of distribution. Ubiquitous resources and localized resources. Ubiquitous means what? Found everywhere. Do we find air everywhere? Yes. Sunlight, land. This is found everywhere. So this is the example of ubiquitous. Localized resources. They are found in certain parts of the world. Now why they are found in certain parts of the world? Due to the physical factors or the phenomena like terrain, climate and altitude. For example, minerals, metals like copper, iron, steel, gold, diamond, etc. So these are the four classification of natural resources. Students, we will stop here. We will continue in the next video with the human-made resources and human resources. Now, I am assigning you a worksheet on Google Classroom which has to be solved in your SST classwork. Thank you. Have a good day. Stay safe. Stay home and follow all the precautions needed to save yourself from the spread of the virus. Thank you.